Friends, in previous class we saw about what are the attacks in and around the system, in and around the computer and web page. Let us see in today's class about the need of security and security approaches. So the security services provide a specific kind of protection to the system, and also the security services ensures confidentiality, integrity, authentication, availability, and access control, and non-reputation and confidentiality. Access and authentication. So in your information security, to ensure confidentiality, integrity and availability of information, whether it is stored in digital or in any other forms of such as paper documents. So the information security programs can be built around three objectives, that is mainly based on CIA, that is your set to be your confidentiality, integrity and availability. So that is said to be a CIA. So, what is confidentiality? Confidentiality means the information is not a disclosure to the unauthorized individuals. For example, if we say that I have a password for my Gmail account, but someone saw while I was doing login into a Gmail account, in the case my password can be compromised and confidentiality can be breached. So that is said to be your confidentiality. And integrity is something that it means maintaining an accuracy and completeness of the data, which means the data cannot be edited in an unauthorized way. For example, if an employee leaves an organization, then in that case the data from the employee in all the departments like accounts should be updated to reflect the status of job left to the status to the job left. So the data can be complete and accurate. And in addition to this, the unauthorized person should be allowed to edit the employee data. Next, last one is your availability. Availability means the information must be available whenever needed. For example, if one needs to access the information of a particular employee to check whether the employee has outstanding number of leaves, in that case it requires collaboration from different organization teams like network operators and development operations and incident response and also policy and such something like that. So these three are the main thing whenever it comes to information security. So here the in addition with confidentiality, let us see about in detail. Okay, so a failure to maintain a confidentiality means that someone who should not have access to manage the access of the private data. So some information security bases keep your data confidentially are encryption, password and two-factor authentication. For example, in your mobile you will have an access through for a email. It requests a two-factor authentication, then biometric verification. So integrity, we saw what is integrity in detail. So here ensuring the integrity involves protecting your data in use. Okay, so it goes hand in hand with the concept of non repetition. So some security controls designed to maintain the information include encryption, user access control and version control and backup and recovery procedures and error detection software. And the third thing is availability. So availability is something that it ensures the authorized users have timely, reliable access to the resources whenever they need it. So in denial of services, that is said to be a DOF, attack performs the system, website or a web-based application intentionally and the system becomes completely unreachable. So it can be protected by an encryption, password and two-factor authentication and also biometric verification. So these are the other services, that is authentication. It is a process of ensuring and confirming the identity of the user before revealing any information to the user. So the example for this is passport protection, smart cards and biometric methods like retina scanning and fingerprints. Next is non-repetition. Is basically something that repudiate means deny. Non-repetition is that assurance of the someone cannot deny something. So non-repetition refers to the ability to ensure that the party to contract or communication cannot deny authentically. Last one is your security policy. So security policy is a written document in an organization outlining how to protect the organization from threats, including computer security threats, and how to handle the situation when they do not occur. Okay, so here the security policies include within the security plans, and it has certain rules. that should be forwarded by the security policy whenever it is implemented. Next, let us see about the formulation of security policies. It is defined based on an organization needs. It includes approaches and techniques that the organization going to upload. Next, let us see about the identifying IT assets that need to secure. So, the security administrator must identify the IT resources for an organization that need to secure. So, something that physical resources like computer servers and like database servers and web servers and local networks. For example, whenever we use a shared network in between the, inside the department, and it is also passport protected. Next, identifying security threats and likely security attacks. After identifying IT assets, classify them, and the security administration must identify the various security threats to assets. For example, in a bank, that a security threat to the database storing an account detail of a customer may be unauthorized access to the information and attack of virus and worms and malware horses and Trojan horses and natural resources like earthquake and fire. So let us see the defining the proactive and reactive security strategies. So the proactive strategy is a pre-attack strategy, which means it involves the possible damage of each type of attack, determining the vulnerability that each type of attack can exploit and minimize their vulnerability. So if you have any clarification related to this topic, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.